of the four elements. Now then, once you do that, there's something else that you would consider after you've run through all four elements. Yeah.
Is it the floodgate principle?
No.
Claims that kind of counterclaims that we come up against.
Kind of counterclaims, so we'd say defences.
Yeah.
And there's two defences. One is voluntary assumption of risk. That would be like Monty saying, I know there's risk, Ed, coming onto my property, but I'll take the risk. Monty doesn't say that, so there's no assumption of risk. There's another one, which is contributory negligence. Now, could Ed claim contributory negligence in this case? Yeah. What would that argument be?
Could it be like, because Monty could have backed up his data? Because if he's have that much data, like worth that much money, he could have had something like another copy or like a backup.
Yeah, that's right. So Ed could say, Monty has been negligent here, and that negligence has contributed to the loss. So are you judging Monty?
Yes.
What standard are you judging Monty by?
Maybe like a normal engineering like computer working will have the data backup.
Right. So it's not just a reasonable person. It's actually
A professional.
Is he a professional?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's an engineer. Right? So we would be judging him by the standards of a competent engineer, and we'd say a competent engineer would back up his data. So so he's really been negligent, and that negligence is contributed to the loss of the data. Yep.
What if, because let's say that he was working on it, and if you are working on it, you couldn't have like back up the amount of work you are working on it. So if I say that, oh, you couldn't back up the other data, I can, if I'm Monty, still I can claim for the one that I'm working on at the moment?
It depends. The argument, it would come down to what would we expect a competent professional engineer to have done. And if we would expect a competent professional engineer to have backed up the data, Monty hasn't done that, then Monty has been negligent. So that's a factual question. What would we expect a competent professional engineer to do? Okay, so we've run through all four. We've then looked to defences, and then once you do that, then you conclude. You make your conclusion right at the end. So what would your conclusion be?
That it could be found to be liable for some, if not all, of the damages for the data, and maybe the damages of the food as well.
Yeah, I think more, I would say definitely the damage to the food, the damage to the data. So if I was writing this, my conclusion would be Ed would be is liable for his negligent actions in relation to the loss of the data and loss of the food. However, it's possible that Monty has added to that loss or contributed to that loss through his own negligence. And so Monty would probably not be able to claim the full amount of the data loss, the full amount of the 10,000. Okay, any questions? But you see that the key thing is going through it systematically, slowly, looking at each of the elements. It's the first key thing, systematically, slowly, not getting ahead of yourself. And then secondly is citing, mentioning legal principles, any relevant tests, and then also legal cases as well. So backing up your argument through legal authority. That's the other thing. And also there's no right answer. It's not about the right answer, it's about how you get to your right answer.